Hello and welcome to my brand new Uplifting Trance 2 series. I'm Demis Hellen and I will be your tutor throughout this beginner's course where we're going to produce an uplifting trance track from start to finish. The first of these free to watch episodes here on YouTube cover melody creation and offer some valuable information from select episodes within the series. If you do enjoy the video and you want to continue and unlock the Uplifting Trance 2 series, then you can follow the link in the description to find out more. When you're building these two elements together, you don't want to have one preset just trying to do everything. You need to split them into layers so that you have control over those particular sounds, and two, that you can tweak those sounds so it suits what you're trying to do. So we've got a fast-paced upwards arpeggio and we want lots of transient detail at the start of the note, so we want that nice sort of snap to it, but not too snappy, but enough to really define the note. And then we need some nice body that really sort of takes over the transient after and gives us some nice full sound. So the ARP lead here, for example, is the body. Notice how soft it sounds at the start. And that's what we want the ARP pluck to do. Let's just get the level up here as well. So you can see they're out of balance at the moment, so let's just quickly balance them up. So I'm just going to jump across to the mixer and just take a look at these two levels. You can see the pluck is way louder, the lead is way quieter. So let's just double check in our synth first. See, it's quite low here, so I'm going to bring it up to the same level. So if we jump back, you can see now I'm just looking at the balance and they're roughly at the same level now. But I want to set an overall gain for this on the mixer. So I'm going to use the pre-gains, and instead of using these, and I'll explain why in a second, I'm going to set these to -6. And this is going to give us some headroom and help us understand how the track is working without it clipping and getting any digital distortion. So we don't want anything like that. Okay, so we're not going to go into any great detail on this section about blending these layers because that's coming later. But if we look at what we've got a nice level. It's not clipping, and it's not clipping on the out. And we've got the pre-gains set to -6 to help us avoid that. If we was to use the fader, for example, so I'm going to use this stereo in fader here, acts the same. As I bring it down, you can see we've got to -18, and we've got quite a lot of gap between 6 and 18, so -6 and -18. But as soon as we go from -18 to -30, you can see that gap is starting to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So the more lower you go, the more fine tuning you are. So even just a small nudge can have a huge elevation in gain, and it's just not adaptable to control it at that level. But what is adaptable is using the pre-gain. You can set that level, so -6, and then that leaves the fader to do some minimal work, so we can sort of drag it around this area and we've got nice control. The further we go down, you see the quicker this number starts changing. And I'm scrolling at the same speed, but you can see them numbers start to flick through really, really quickly. Okay, so now you should be able to hear that. This is the pluck we're going to be working on. And I think what we're going to do is work on the same idea as the 4 notes that we've got, which is A, E, B, C. And maybe do something as an intro, something like that. Something similar to that, just to give it a little bit of a vibe and keep it within the same notation as well. So with that particular melody, I was playing the A and the E together like that, and do something like and then with that we could take the B to E, something like that maybe. Okay, we're just clipping a little bit there, so don't worry about the distortion, it's just my output. So I'll just turn the filter down for now. So let's scrap that. That sounds like it's actually coming from our preset. Let's just check. Reverb delay could be this with the drive on it, possibly. It is the drive from this plugin, so maybe just turn the drive down. See, you find these things whilst you're building. Okay, so it doesn't need that on, so you can turn off that Airwalk plugin if you want to, Air Window, should we say, plugin, and leave just the reverb delay and phaser on there. So you find these things out. This is part of the creative process. So we could do that over a longer period of time. This is just the experimental stage. So instead of that happening there, we could have that happening here, like so. So it's just twice the length, essentially. In fact, I am preferring that because we have got a longer melody here. We don't want to go too far into a different zone. So I just wanted to quickly show you how to get creative with this and also save time. So I've duplicated the ARP pluck track, deleted everything but this section that we've just added in, and I've just drawn in some mod wheel movement there to open the filter a little bit and then close it again. So we've got some context. But I'm going to show you how to get really creative with this using some third-party effects. So I'm going to start here by using a stereo delay. I'm using Cubase's built-in one, so you can use any stereo delay that you have to hand. I'm going to use 8s like that, and maybe actually use 8 dotted. So we've got one of each happening like that. And I'm going to sort of remove the lows out of this EQ on the delay. Okay, and let's just throw on a Nova EQ. And I just want to remove the lows out of this particular version of the sound. So a high pass is going to be too harsh, so I am going to use this first one on a shelf. So we're still retaining warmth, but we're just focusing a little bit more on top end. And then I'm going to add in some extras. So let's put in Adam Sarsbo's phaser. This is a must for Trance. Nice free little download. So there we are, that is a glimpse into my new series Uplifting Trance 2. If you want to see more, the link is in the description, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the next video.